Welcome back to my Colorado Mountain Garden and Homestead. And what you're seeing in front of you are 8 of my pepper plants. I have 20 total. All of my pepper plants have some sort of pepper growing on them. Some are smaller, some are bigger. Most are pretty small. I started these plants on February 12th. That's when I put the seeds into a paper towel to germinate. And then from there, they went into the little 1 inch by 1 inch seed cells. When they got big enough there, then they went into a solo cup. And then from the solo cup, they went into these 1 gallon containers. And once they went into the 1 gallon containers, that's when I had to move them into my grow tent because my grow shelves aren't tall enough. I will probably start my peppers even later next year because I'd rather have them more around this size, and more of the peppers that I have in the tent and everything like that are taller. So I'll probably go 5 to 7 days later next year before I start the seeds. So that way they're still a little more manageable. I needed to get some of the peppers out of there because I needed to tie them up. I also wanted to give them a good fertilizing and watering, make sure everything looked good. I started pruning off some of the lower leaves. I haven't done all of them. Now I have one sacrificial pepper that I kept purposely, that we're going to move out into the greenhouse tomorrow. And we're going to see how he does for a couple days out there. Now, all these peppers have been hardened off on my deck, so I don't have to worry about that. But I just want to make sure my temps hold. We will run a power cord up there, although we won't move the heater in until we see if I'm going to need it at all. Like if we get a freak cold day between now and when these get up potted into 5 gallon containers. I'm going to leave these out in the greenhouse once I decide it's okay and I can move them all out in the 1 gallon containers, probably for at least 3 days to another week. I just got to watch the temperatures longer. And the reason for that is it has not been unheard of for us to get a late snow in June. And I'd rather move in 1 gallon containers than 5 gallon containers. Just for the weight wise. Now, if I do have to move them in, they won't be coming back in the house. We'll move them all into the garage. I don't know if you just heard the thunder there, but we might get some rain today. We'll see. I just want to try and scroll in here. And I don't know if I think I told you everything about the peppers. Probably the last time you'll see these, I'm going to pull out some of the 5 gallon containers so I can make sure that they're really clean. But probably the last time you're going to see these will be in that video until they are outside. Let's try and... So this is one of the chimeos. I have a huge big gem. And if you want to see a picture of that, you'll have to go to my Facebook page, and I'll put a link down below. I just snapped some pictures, but he went back into the grow tent. And for whatever reason, I think it might be because of all the aluminum foil. It's not aluminum foil, but the reflective material that's on the inside of the grow tent. If I try to do a video in there, and maybe somebody can answer this question for me, there's little lines running across it. So even if I pull my lights way up, have them up top and turn some of them off, I think it's just that reflection. I'll see lines going across the my screen here, and it films them and stuff like that. So not a lot I can do about it. I'm going to be up potting. I already up potted some of the tomatoes, some of my smaller tomatoes, just so I can hold them a little bit longer. Basil is next. It's going to go back into the big container that it's going to grow in. And that I'll just be moving in and out during the day so it gets plenty of light. It's not going to be under a grow light just because the container is too tall. I had a shorter one, but it got a crack in it, so I'm using a deeper one. But I'll show you maybe a video or at least a picture on my Facebook page of that. What else? I don't know. I mean, I'll probably show you the squash and the cucumbers here once I get everything rearranged in the house so I can survive. There's just a little tiny pepper up here. I'm going to try and scroll way in on it. It's one of the Anaheims. I don't know if you're, yeah, it is. So you can see it right there. When I say some are small, that's about the size they are. So that's pretty much how they get after they're pollinated and they get a few blooms on them. Now, I haven't been hand pollinating these at all. I will probably start these ones that are out here. Any pollination that happened in the grow tent, and I ran a fan just to strengthen them up and everything like that. The sticks are there for support because I was moving them in and out. I would move out, you know, a certain set one day and then the next. But they've all had full sun. No issues there. If you have any other questions, feel free to either post a comment here or go to my Facebook page and message me or put a comment there. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And it's almost here, guys. Spring, or almost even summer for us who live in the mountains, is almost here. And we'll all be growing outside and not having to shuffle plants in and out. Happy gardening.